host of Extreme Ads Makeovers. And in this series, I am going to share with you how I tear down the Nike ads and remodel it and make it more beautiful, get more ROI. All right. So, are you ready? All right, let's get started. Okay, so let's talk about Nike. Nike. So Nike is the world's largest athletic footwear and apparels brand. This has seen a steady growth since being founded in 1964, and in 2021, Nike reported an annual revenue of $44.5 billion. And let's talk about who is doing the marketing work for Nike. And Nike handle most of its marketing in-house, although it does work with some external agency in certain projects and campaigns. And but for the in-house marketing team, Nike has an internal global marketing team based out of its headquarters in Beaverton, Oregon, right? And that handle the core marketing functions. So today we are going to, like I said, here is the agenda for today. We are going to audit the Nike O ads, and we're going to generate, remodel new ads, and then we're going to validate those new ads, and eventually we get the result. I'm going to pull out some of the insight takeaway, and I will share with you the next step. Okay, and before we get started, and I know if you are running paid ads and you suspect that you want to get more ROI out of your current paid campaigns, or you want to have a second eye to review your ad, like I'm doing for Lexus, Nike, Starbucks, Chase Bank, and so on and so forth, just reach out to me at michaelwin.me for a second opinion ads critic consultations where I personally review any of your ads to increase your ads ROI. Okay, so let's get started. The first point is we are going to do with the ads audit. I'm going to pull out my pen. So with the ad audit, so here's the ad from Facebook. And as you can see, it's run on August the 31st. So that's where we are going to do the audit. So what you see from this ad? So what you see from this ad? So I like the photos. The photo is nice, right? And it's very sort of professional photos, right? And what else we have? It's a professional photos, and but if you look closely, what happens here? What happened here? Um, So shop for style to start fresh, and members get the free shippings on orders of $50 plus. And the product being promoted here is the Nike Air Monarch 4 men's training shoes, right? So overall, I would give this ad a I don't know, maybe a between C plus to B minus. And here's why. As you realize, the text or the body is more about shop for style to start fresh. And I mean, it doesn't really tell story about the Air Monarch, right? Air Monarch number 4. And that's where I'm getting disappointed because, I mean, the fact is that, I mean, although the fact is Nike is a powerhouse in shoes and has already achieved its status as a household name, and but they still have the increased competition from Adidas and Under Armour and Lululemon and so on and so forth, right? And you can just be a little bit careful. I mean, not careful with the ads when you just basically you just throw the offers to the consumers. All right, just basically an offer of free shippings and the promotion of anything. I mean, free shipping for anything more than $50, and that's where I find it is it's not it's it doesn't fit well with the level of experience from the global brands, right? And the challenge is that when you have one ad, there are a lot of limitations. Like, I mean, with you have only one ad copy, there's a lot of limitation. For example, you can't do A/B testing, right? With only one ad, you won't be able to perform the A/B testing, which are essential to determine what aspect of ads are working and what are not. How about you have a targeting limitations, right? And with only this with only one ad copies, it's really hard for you to target different customer segments. All right, and you will be missing out on some potential lucrative opportunities. And how about ad fatigues? Ad fatigue is a phenomenon where when consumers are seeing your ad over and over again, they kind of mentally shut down from seeing your ad. When they saw the ad, something like this, they said, I've seen it. I've seen it somewhere else and it's not new. Let's just move on. So that would be the kind of reactions that you need to anticipate when you have only one ad body, one ad copy to go with. You also run into a much higher risk. What if your ad doesn't perform, right? And you don't have any other ads to fall back on. This is more like an all or nothing approach, and it can be so risky. So, but if you look at I'm gonna turn off my pen over here. But if you look at your competitors, like Nike competitors, Adidas, look at what happened. So I'm gonna turn on my pen right now. Adidas, gonna turn on my pen and move closer. Move closer so you have a side-by-side views. Check this out. The new Adidas T-Rex Free Hiker 2 Low GTX hiking shoes help you tackle the trail and enjoy every moment of the adventures. At least, at least, Adidas is telling us stories of this shoe is going to help those folks with like hiking tackle the trails. At least they are targeting to somebody who like hikings and who love the challenge of tackling some trails, right? And enjoy every moment of it. You see what happens? That's what I'm talking about. Because this is compare this to this. This would get up, between B to A minus, right? It's an upgrade. In other words, it's an upgrade from this ad to this ad, right? It's an upgrade, and that's what I want that's what I want Nike to think about what happens, and that's what we are going to do. That we're going to add a lot more depth to the ads and make your ad a little richer. Okay, so let's we need to talk about and the challenge. I want to bring up the challenge that most that happen to a lot of teams, a lot of marketing agencies and internal marketing team is that they think that they've tested out 20 ads, but in reality they just test two ads 10 different times. So let me repeat. Your marketing agency, your external marketing agency, and your internal marketing team think they've tested out 20 ads, but they really just test two ads 10 different times. And as you can see, the reality really reflects what happens. This is in the case of only one ad instead of two ads, but they just use it 10 different times, or 20 different times on multiple different mediums, right? Maybe on Facebook, maybe on Instagrams or messengers, right? So it's really like you are testing one ad but 20 different times, right? So that's exactly what happens. But in our case, I'm going to go with the earlier. We are actually going to test 20 ads, right? I mean, not 20 ads, but a lot of ads, right? We are really going with this one, and why this one is a benefit, you will find out today. Okay, so let's move on. So we already audit the um, um, the old Nike ads, and we also share the equivalent of Nike ad to their competitors. And we also talk about the limitation of having one control ad, right? When you only have one control ad, what are some of the limitations from lack of A/B testing, from to targeting limitation, to add fatigue, to risk management, and some of the optimization challenges. So the next pieces I want to share with you is the biotic framework. This is the framework that's responsible. It has 17 models. It's responsible to help me generate ads and make your ad much more depth and really make it more richer than ever. So I took the liberty. So today, here are those. So according to this, I'm gonna help you generate about 12 ads to promote the Nike, and I'm gonna go one by one and to share with you what I've got so far. So as you see on my right, the green over here, those are the models extracted from the Bionic framework. And I'm gonna turn on my pen here. So in the models, as you can see, I use the capabilities of I use the model of capability, proof, social, numbers, and times to generate the ad, right? And we're just trying to lock in. So when we identify the models and we try to lock in those models, and then from there we try to generate the headlines and the ad copies. Like for example, the reliability that you've been looking for, right? Reliability, that's the capability. The Nike shoe is reliable, right? So step into the realm where simplicity reigns supreme tonight. The Nike Air Monarch 4 is the culmination of decades of commitments. You see credibility, decades, and socials, right? To lasting comfort and trust, durability, right? The proof, social proof, lasting comfort, where it is a culmination of commitment, decades of commitment. What else? And perfectly designed for a man who value practicality. Order half size up for a perfect fit. Plus, enjoy free standard shipping and orders. You see numbers being used over here. These are numbers. And just don't take our word for it. Read our glowing reviews. Again, this is the number, price, free shippings, and the time is now, right? Does true, the capability of does and trues, you see, is durability, trusted durability, right? Perfectly designed for men who value practicality. So there you go. So let's move on to ad number 2 and see what we got. Okay, so I'm going to move up over here. Now for ad number 2, let me see the relationship between avatars, the capabilities is the numbers. Okay, so exercise with assurance, proven comfort and durability. Longing for a shoe that matches your lifestyle? Meet the Nike Air Monarch 4. It's a no frills design, no frill design. It's like a very visual. Design is crafted by the men who appreciate reliability in every stride. Lightweight, supportive, capability, lightweight, supportive, and crafted for the long haul. Fit small, consider ordering half size or larger. And you see numbers, half a size numbers, right? Saving size, and the relationship between the avatar, which is about you. It's all about you and about the shoes, right? How about ad number 3? Let me see. Go ad number 3 over here. I will move down a little bit. At number 3, same thing. It's about the relationship is about your customers. The kinesthetic, the emotion of trust, capability is ensure and now. So a workout shoe that lasts. Let me see. A workout shoe that lasts. Step into legacy, trust, emotion of trust. Right? Legacy is all about trust. Embrace a workout companions that shares our values. The Nike Air Monarch 4 is synonymous with long-term comfort, resilient, unadorned efficiency, and dive into the legacy of trust. And every step is backed by Nike promise. really is all about the customers, right? Because Nike promised kinesthetic about let me see when you said dive kinesthetic, right? And into and every step is back emotion of trust is back trust, right? Recommendations. So you see how does your ad look now? How does a new ad look right now? When you have when behind the scene every single word counts, because every single word is there for a reason. Is there so the word dive is there because it relates to the kinesthetic, right? And every step is back. The word back is there because it relates to trust. It helps promote trust. The capability, what is capability? Resilient, unknown efficiency, long-term comfort. Those are the capabilities, right? And you see, that's when your ad becomes richer and it tells stories. It packs with emotions. You see emotional rejection. So in here we talk about the rejections. We talk about the rejection, the emotion of rejection. Trust capability is built time now. Okay, so no gimmicks. Me zoom in. No gimmicks. No gimmick. Just proven performance. Proven performance. Now reject fleeting. Reject. We talk about rejection, right? Rejection, fleeting trends with the Nike Air Monarch. You are investing trust, because when you trust something, you will invest, right, in a legacy of uncompromising comfort, capability, uncompromising comfort, and steadfast durability. Again, this is another capability. And built for genuine man leading an active lifestyle avatars. This is about your customers building for the genuine man leading an active lifestyle. Isn't that what the avatars of Nike is all about? They're targeting men and women leading an active lifestyle. It's everything is in a now phrase, right? So as you can see, I can see the same pattern happening over and over again from ad one to six. Because for example, in ad number five, we talk about emotion of trust and desire, right? Trust and desire, and ad number six is about pride, a pride. Um, for let's say for this one, let's go a little bit deeper. So when you talk about pride, for the one who values substance over style, pride, and don't settle for a style without substance, right? The offers again capabilities, offers stability, durability, and comfort that modern man craves. Is about your customers. Wear it daily and wear it proudly. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let's move on to ad number seven. That's where we get a little bit more complex. Then, so let's start with this. So, turn on my pen. The emotion here is anticipation, surprise, state. We change the statement. We change the type of statement from just a poor statement to a question. All right, and then we do the promising as a futures state, and we incorporate the shame, stupidity, very complex emotions. So let's see what happened. So on the headline, you have ready for the sneaker game best kept secret. Sneaker game best kept secret. Best kept secret. Let me see that. Start with a question first, and then if you think you've been seen at all in sneakers, think again. Dive into the anticipation of unmatched performance with Nike Air, and don't be the last to catch on the next. Don't be the last, right? Because otherwise you become stupid, right? Catch on the next big thing in durability and comfort. And here's a promise over here. You're about to experience a sneaker revolution. Revolution. What is the revolution in here? The revolution that we have in here is you see, promise, lots of promises, stupidity, because don't be the last one, right? And surprise, don't about to experience a sneaker revolution. How about number seven? It's about sadness. Sadness, and let me see. It's about sadness, anticipation. Ever felt the heartbreak of worn out shoe? Sadness, shame, vulnerability, tragedy. We're talking about tragedy, and we're still using question and promise. So ever felt that sinking feeling? The sinking feelings is about tragedy and question mark right here. We get the tragedy. It's time for a sneaker that doesn't leave you high and dry. High and dry, vulnerability. The Nike Air promise not just comfort, capability, but a future where sadness overshoes its history. Sadness overshoes its history. And question is, are you ready for change? Are you ready for change? Question. Are you ready for change? See, how you feel? I mean, I just felt that those ads that we created, they much more depth, has much more depth, and um, it just enticed me to read more, to learn more. Just enticed me to click on the ad even more. Okay, so what else? We go next to ad number nine. We talk about emotion of surprise, anticipations, language of a slang, stupidity. We already read that, and the type of you see. This is really the real new ad. Every single ad is different, right? We don't even have ad having the same ad over and over again, right? So I'm gonna use this one, defeat slang. Okay, let's start with this one, ad number 12, because I think I like it. It's about emotion of defiance, disgust, right? And the language of slang, shame of defeat. See what happened. Stand defiant against subpar shoe standard. Defiant against subpar shoe standard. And say no to mediocre. Defiance. Stand defiance and find a shoe and choose a shoe that matches your spirit. If you are fed up with the disgust of the same old disgust, same old is your war cry. Here's a warning. You're talking about warning in here. Future of warning. Warning in here, right? If you experience a level of defiance in footwear, there's no going back. This is a slang, FYI, for winning fit, upside attack. A slang on that. You see what happens? Really, it's amazing. All right, let's move up a little bit to at number 11. So we talk about here is the envy and disgust, defeat. So let's see. Without envious of premium shoes, envious of premium shoe, comfort without the price tag, right? So ever look at someone's sneaker and felt the sting of envy? You want shoe to get everyone green with jealousy. And the Nike is the way to go. The tragedy of selling for less ends here. Tragedy, and then you have a warning. When you lace these up, going back to your old nicks might just feel a defeat. And we have a slang over here. The Going back to old kicks, a big snug right here. We have a warnings in here, right? You see what happened? So that's how I envision the as you can see, there's a total brand new ad makeover of 12 ads that I made for Nikes. And so hopefully you can see that when we are at ad number 12, those 12 ads, those are totally unique ads, distinctive ad. They're not the same ad, and each of the word in the ad, they are here for a reason to really elevate your ad, to interact or to pull your shoppers' emotions, even whether they are a cold traffic or warm traffic or hot traffic, pulls them in your ad, pulls them in the body, pulls them in the emotions. All right, so we're gonna we talk about So we talk about the ad generations, and now we go with the ad validations. So here's the this is where the rubber meets the road, where I put all 12 ads to a paid traffic from Facebook. Now let me pause right here. As you can see, the same principle apply no matter if you are using Facebook or YouTube or Google's or TikToks or programmatics. I mean, it doesn't really matter. The mediums don't matter. What matters is the ad body, ad creatives, and how you really stir up the emotion from each of the ad, right? I'm using Facebook over here because otherwise I just make this. I mean, if I use all of the platform out there, it would just make the live streams, days long, right? So here's the ad validation. This is the asset, and I'm targeting for $10 shoe. People love shoes and have Nike interest in the news feed. As you can see, this screenshot. I use the same. The reason why I use the same creative, the same image, and the same landing page, so that we can reduce the what's that elements that could derail the presentation. Because the whole purpose I want to share with you is this one. They think they test out 20 ads, but they really just had 2 ads, right? Now we can worry about more creatives and the landing page later on, but this is the message I want to drive home today is that even for like huge company, global brand like Nike, if they only have 1 ad copies, right? How can you achieve the level of A/B testing and tech advantages of many other things that have a risk and so on and so forth that we already talk about, right? And all happens in here. They think they test 20 ads, but they really just had 2 ads and 10 different times. In this case, only have 1 ad, but 20 different times. But for me, for my case, after going through the ad makeover, you have 12 ads. And we can create 20 different ads if you want, right? I can do 20 ads, right? And that's where you have a diversify, you have data, see which ad perform better than the others. And speaking of that, here you go. So here's the campaigns. So I ran about $15.80, and the total impression is about 2869. Total amount of people reach about 2569. Total clicks 38, and cost per click is 42% for the entire campaigns, and the click-through rate only 1.32%. Now, does it really matter if the click-through rate or any numbers low means? It doesn't mean anything. What I meant is that we are looking for a winning ads so that Nike team can pour even more resources into the winning ads which they miss out initially. They only have 1 ad. So there's no way for them to tell, okay, which ad's performing, what angle we need to invest in, what emotion we need to draw from. And that is the missing information. That is the missing link that can propel the campaign to a much more successful. And this is why my work comes into the play. As you can see, so I'm gonna zoom down a little bit. Okay, you see what happened? I have 12 different ads in here, and each of the ads, they have the numbers with it. So let's go one by one. So I'm turning on my pen over here. Okay, so appears that ad number 6 has the highest reach and the highest impression, highest reach and highest impressions. What else? How about the amount spent? Let me see, Adam, who have the highest amount spent? So amount spent looks like this guy, right? Apparently, it's no surprise when ad number 6 is being used, is being served to a lot of people and had the highest impression, more eyeballs, and that's why it has the highest ad spend. How about the CPM cost? CPM cost appears like headline number 3 has the highest CPM cost, indicating this is the most expensive ads, right? And you already knew what headline 3 is all about, and then you want to stay away from this, right? Because it costs you a lot. It is an expensive ad. How about the link click and the click through rate? Which ads having the highest amount of link clicks? Let me see. 12. Okay. Ads number 6 has highest amount of link clicks. And we see headline number 3. Oh, headline number 3 surprisingly have the stands out with this click-through rate of 2.73%. 2.73%. And looks like it has the lowest cost per click, only 24 cents. 24 cents. Well, apparently, since it costs a lot in terms of CPM, but it has the lowest amount of click and the highest amount of click-through rate. It means this ad number 3 stands out, all right, making it most effective ad in terms of the engagement, because the higher click-through rate that you have, the higher chance that that user will click on your ad. Let me see. Headline number 10 has a higher click cost per click, right? So you know, let's see what headline number 10, why it costs so much, like cost per click headline number 10. Okay, so we talk about tired of mediocre sneakers letting you down. Had enough of shoe that just don't cut it. Okay, I see you saying. So you know that this one you probably don't want to do. Yeah, this type of ad you don't want to do, because this is where it causes the highest cost per click, right? So there you go. And now you have some insight about two winning ads, ad number 6 and ad number 3 right here. So let me share with you some of the chart over here so you can have a quick overview. So overview, at number 6, having the highest reach and highest impression at number 6. What else? For the highest amount of clicks, again, as number 6 leads the pack. And CPM, for the CPM, of course, headline, let me see, 6.45, that would be cost per impression. Each ad looks like, I don't know, from here, maybe headline number 7, the purple one over here. Click-through rate, headline number 3, highest click-through rate, 2.73%. So there you go. There's a wrap of ad validations, and that's where I use my own dime to really go through all of the ad angles and find you 2 winning ads. And who are the 2 winning ads? Here they comes. So let me go over the winning ads one more time for you. Okay, headline number 6, maximum reach and impressions. Maximum reach, 661, 12 clicks, cost per click of 29 cents. And this is where I'm going to zoom over here. Then this is we win. So I'm going to turn on my pen. You see this one? You know that people are really are drawn to the following ads, right? The one who values substance over style. So you know that you need to invest to create more ads with the emotional pride, right? And talking about your customers, your avatars, your customers, and the capabilities, offers, and wear, right? So looks like since Nike has done a tremendous amount of work for years to cultivate fans of just do it, and that's why they have a pride, right? So think about, don't settle for style without substance, so I would so this is why it can attract a lot of attention. Now let's see ad number 3, why it has the lowest amount of clicks. So lowest cost per click. Let's see what happens. Workout shoes that last. Step into a legacy. So what is being used over here? We use trust, workout shoe that lasts, step into a legacy, right? Workout shoe that lasts. Embrace a workout companion that share your values. Is a synonymous to long-term comfort, resilient, adorn efficiency. So there you go. So we talk about this one, lowest amount of cost per click, only 24 cents, compared to 29 cents, not a whole lot. So ad number 6 and ad number 3, they are pretty neck to neck, right? But let's see the what if analysis of the revenue impact. So in this case, so what if? So I got. So what if Nike went ahead and doubled down on ad number 3, right? So we assume this. So this is the cost of the Nike Airs of $75, and let's say if we double down on the cost of, you see, only 24 cents. At number 3, 24 cents. So what if we double down on at number 3 by pouring more resources to increase the number of clicks to 10,000 clicks. And so that's when you're going to have 10,000 to multiply by 24 cents. That's going to be $2,400. And assuming only 0.1% conversion rate means that out of 10,000 people clicking on the ad, going straight to the sales page, right? And only 10 shoppers actually purchased, 10 shoppers. So the revenue of 10 multiplied by $75, $750, and that make our ROI of minus 69%. Right. So if that were the case, then we need to do something on the landing page to increase the conversions. So now what if we 5x the conversion rate from 0.1 to 0.5? And that's where you have 50 shoppers. So the sale is 75, 50, and that's when your ROI is 56%. 56% over here, right? 56% with 0.5 conversion rate. So for every 10,000 clicks, 50 people, 50 shopper would buy. Now, how about at 1%? That's when you have 100 shoppers. That will be 213% on the ROI. So it's almost, this is 2 times, this is only 2x. So for when you 2x the conversion rate from 0.5% to 1%, your ROI is almost 4x ROI, 4x ROI. Is that amazing? All right. Because you know that ad is working and it has the lowest CPC, lowest cost per clicks. And that's when you pour more resources and you increase the conversion rate. I mean, the industry raised about 2%, but I'm just make it low, very conservative for you to see the pictures. Only 1% conversion rate, you see, 4x ROI. So we talk about the winning ads. We talk about the potential what if revenue impact. Now let's go some of the insight, takeaway insight. So the first insight that I take away is that the leveraging on the fact that Nike has been a household athletic shoe brand for the years, the two winning ads just dive deeper into the benefits of long-term properties of the Nike legacy, of the Nike brand, such as legacy, right? So like that, number 6, we talk about who value the substance, and number 3, we talk about the legacy. And ad 3 and 6 can be bred into a new ad with the dominating ad 6, because 6 has collected a lot of reach, impressions, and clicks, while 3 has a better edge in the cost per click and the click-through rate. So this is the recommendation for the Nike teams, that they can modify the or A/B testing the landing page a little bit to incorporate the legacy, and for people who value substance over styles, images or words that really sync with the ad's copies, right? So when they click on the ad and they see the landing page, it's really in sync. The same model ads such as 7 and 8, 9 on delivering this time, despite a disappointing performance, I wouldn't write them up yet, because like I said, because number 1, we need to identify the group of audience that's most acceptable, and we need to update the landing page to address the emotions in the same models. And see 7, 8, and 9, let me go back over here. So 7, 8, and 9, what are they about? So for 7, 8, and 9, So 7, 8, and 9, we talk about the stupidity. So 7 is about stupidity, and 8 is about vulnerability. Right? Ready for a sneaker game, the best kept secret. Ever felt the heartbreak of worn out shoes too soon? So those are the ad or guess what's changing the workout shoe game. So those are the ads that we need a little more work that need to make the landing page more flexible so that you can so that it can accommodate for more complex emotions. And apparently having just one ad control can seriously one ad control seriously underperform your entire campaigns. And by having the bionic framework, it can help you do a complete total ad makeover so that you can have new ad. Now you are testing 20 different ad rather than testing just two ad 20 different times. And because of that, I strongly recommend Nike to create more ad angles for each of their products. Okay. All right. So I think that's all we have. And before I forgot that we check out over here, if you are running paid ad and you need somebody to uh, do an ad critics and potentially do a total ad makeover for your existing ad, reach out to me at michaelwin.me to schedule a makeover a session with me so that I can help you out, like what I did for Nike, for Lexus, and for Chanel's, Amazon, and so on and so forth. Okay, thank you so much, and I see you in the futures episode.